just like a job. Well, I said to Paul, I'm leaving. We were in Apple, and on the way over I knew before I went to Toronto, I told Alan I was leaving. I told Eric Clapton and Klaus that I was leaving, and I'd like to probably use them as a group, I hadn't decided how to do it, to have a permanent new group or what. And then later on I thought, fuck it, I'm not going to get stuck with another set of people, whoever they are. So, but I announced it to myself and to the people around me on the way to Toronto a few days before, and on the plane Alan came with me. I told Alan, it's over. And then when I got back, there was a few meetings, and Alan had said, well, cool it, because there was a lot to do, business-wise. It wouldn't have been suitable at the time, And then we were discussing something in the office with Paul, and Paul was saying something or other, like to do something, and I kept saying no to everything he said, you see. So it came to a point I had to say something. Paul saying, well, what do you mean? And so I said, I mean, the group's over, I'm leaving. He'll remember exactly, and she will. This is how I see it. Alan was saying, don't tell. He didn't want me to tell Paul even, but I couldn't help, so I told him it's out. I couldn't stop it. It came out, and Paul and Alan said they were glad that I wasn't going to announce it, that I was going to make an event out of it, But Paul and Alan both. I don't know whether Paul said don't tell anybody, but he was damn pleased that I wasn't. He said, oh well, that means nothing really happened if you're not going to say anything. So that's what happened. Well, I mean, like anybody, when you say divorce, the face goes all sorts of colours. It's like he knew really that this was the final thing, And then 6 months later, he comes out with whatever, I told Ray Conley, so there's a lot of people knew I'd left, but I was a fool not to do it,
Well,
not to do what Paul did, which is use it to sell a record. Well, I wasn't angry. I was just shit. I mean, he's a good PR man, Paul. I mean, he's about the best in the world, probably. He really does a job. I wasn't angry in that way. We were all hurt that he didn't tell us what he was going to do. But I think he claims that he didn't mean that to happen, but that's bullshit. He called me in the afternoon of that day and said, I'm doing what you and Yoko were doing last year. And I said, good, because the time last year, they were all looking at us as if we were strange, trying to make a life together and doing other things than being fat myths. So he rang me up on that day and said, I'm doing what you and Yoko are doing and putting out an album, and I'm leaving the group too, he said. I said, good, I was a little, feeling a little strange, because he was saying it this time, although it was a year later.